Now to a tale of love, greed and adventure. A British couple are seized by Somali pirates. Meanwhile, in East London, a Somali taxi driver decides to rescue them. Meeting disbelief with determination, he dismisses his wife's fears and flies out to negotiate their release. Speeding from the banks of the Thames to the now unfamiliar world of his homeland, the taxi driver is forced to confront the family he left behind and the bravado of the defiant men he once called brothers. The Initiate is a thrilling tale of altruism and greed, and it's being staged at London's South Bank Centre as part of the Festival of Love. In a moment, I'll be talking to the actor Sidney Cole, who stars in The Initiate. But first, let's take a look at the play itself.
You can learn all you like, but you won't get a job unless you can speak to people.
People go on holiday and get kidnapped by our people. Maybe they think we'll do that.
Pirates are nothing to do with us.
Can't you do something, Dad, to save the couple? You can speak to them.
So, Sidney, a British couple seized by Somali pirates, and then you, the taxi driver, go and rescue them. It sounds like a real adventure, this.
I know, it's based on a true story. In 2010, a couple were kidnapped by Somali pirates off the shore of the Seychelles, so they were nowhere near Somalia. And the newspaper cutting appeared in the newspaper, and a Somalian taxi driver, who was a UK resident, decided that he was going to do something. And he collected some money and went over and negotiated with the pirates and released the hostages.
An amazing story. And how sort of true to that story is the play? Did the writer of it try and find all the facts out about this? Or
I think that's
did you just take inspiration from it?
Yeah, it was inspiration. The newspaper article was an inspiration to it, so she made up most of it. There was a lot of research in terms of, you know, Somalis living in the UK and how they relate to the extended family, sending money across. But it's very interesting because it is about identity as well. You know, you lived in the UK. Do you consider yourself British or Somalian? Do you have that pull to go there? What do you do? It's a global issue. What do we think about charity? What can we do? I mean, all those questions come up in the play. Well,
absolutely. This looks like it's a play about pirates, but it's not really. It's human nature, and it's all the things that you experience as you go across. You go across on you know, a very good pretense to try and get these, and it then ends up with you taking some of the ransom money yourself. So it's kind of, yeah, it's about pirates at some level, but it's more about human nature.
Absolutely, and it's just about people trying to make some money. I mean, he loses his job, so that's the sort of springboard. And his son says, "Look, Dad, what are you doing? Because I'm being accused of looking like a Somali pirates at school." So it was that inspiration that thought, well, maybe I should do something. But he gets questioned along the way about his what his intentions are.
And there's a great moment in the play. There's a great scene in the play where you meet the couple that you're there to rescue, really, for the first time, and they realise you're Somalian as well. And those prejudices and that sort of racist element within this play comes out because they're unsure as to whether they can trust you.
Yes, because they see Somalian, but he actually says, "Look, I'm a British citizen. You know, the government won't negotiate with pirates, but I'm here on my own steam." And he doesn't realise that he has to go and convince them that he's not there to kidnap them again.
And it must be all the more sort of real, because this is real, this happens, and it must be very interesting to act that part, given the fact that this is going on in parts of the world, and you sort of slowly realise that they're not evil people, these people, they're just trying to make money, as you say, and get by, money for their families.
Yeah, that whole idea that not everyone in Somalia is a pirate. They do other things, but there's a small majority that do, because they're forced to it by desperation, really.
And is there an overarching moral in this play, or is it more just sort of tracking what happened? And
if there's a moral, I would say that everybody could be questioned. You know, in circumstances, you don't know what you'd do in desperate times, and I think that's the moral, is don't judge anybody else.
And you joined this play sort of halfway through, or at least you weren't there for the start of it, but you're now obviously on a run, and it's here in London. How does it compare to your other works? Because you've been in things like Jonathan Creek, personal favourite of mine. You've been an actor for many years. How does this compare, and how does this small play of only a few characters compare to what you've done before?
Oh, it's a challenge. I always look for the next challenge. I've never worked in the round, because the roundabout theatre is a tent, but it's a purpose-built theatre. and there's nowhere to hide. So
you can't go backstage.
No, you can't. There's no time to. It lasts for an hour, and you're on stage for an hour, non-stop. No drink breaks or anything like that. But and you are aware that the audience are right there.
And it's now in the South Bank, in the South Bank.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
give us a few details about when and where we can see it.
Yeah, it's next door to the Hayward Gallery. It's the big white tent there. You can see it if you're on Waterloo Bridge on the southbound going northbound. Tickets are available, Royal Festival Hall, and we're there until July the 18th.
Perfect, Sidney. Going to have to stop you there. It sounds great, but that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.